Okay, so we have a problem with the 125-gallon reef tank, specifically the return pump. Now, luckily, it notifies me on my phone, but I received a notification that the SDC pump has a blocked rotor protection. So I'm not sure exactly what that means, but we're gonna take the return pump out of the tank, pull it apart, and see if we can't fix that. So that's a really cool feature that this Sicce pump has, is that it can tell you when something's wrong, but something is blocked. I'm guessing some chaeto algae got stuck up in there. Something is blocked and causing it not to rotate or turn over. So let's go ahead and take it out and see what the problem is. Okay, so I have a bucket of fresh RODI water right there, and we're gonna take a look inside. And we should probably get these out of the way. I don't even use that. So you can see the water level of the tank is an inch and a half lower than usual. And then you can take a look at the sump and you can see how it's filled up. There's my water level line right there. And you can see how the water is full. And you can tell by just how quiet the overall system is right now. And the fact that there's no water coming from the random flow generators. So the pump is off, it's stuck off. I should actually go into the app and probably turn it off just in case. So I'm just gonna go back to here, fit a focus, and just turn it off completely, just in case. So it probably pulled in some stuff, some of that debris and detritus at the bottom and clogged it up. But I can unscrew it at the bottom as well as that union fitting right there. I can take that off and pull this whole pipe out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just reach in and unscrew it at the bottom though and slide it out. Alright, so here is the Sicce pump out of the water. And we're gonna open it up and take a look inside. So this part right here should just loosen like that. And let's see, let's take this off. Alright, so nothing in there. Just a little bit of gunk on the outer ring here. And I should be able to take this little ring off here. There we go, so take that ring off. Oh. All right, so there we go, finally. That will pop right out. Aha, I think I found the issue. So this, somehow, look at this. Can I get a close-up on that? So this is the clip that's holding my dosing line in there for my kalkwasser, but I guess it slipped off of the tubing and fell into the water, and it looks like it got sucked into the pump. Okay, so that's probably what has caused the issue. So hopefully that's all that it was, and let's put the thing back together and get it back in the tank. And just double checking it here. This looks fairly clean. Not a lot of buildup in this at all. This is still freely moving right here. So this just slides back on, or screws back on. There we go, something like that. Get that back straight up and down, how we like it. Get this back on to hold it in place. And the grooves, do I have that on backwards? Let's see. There we go. Why is this harder than it has to be? You know, putting things back on sometimes is a little bit challenging. There we go, there we go. Now it snapped. Now we got it. And then all we do is take this piece and screw it back on the front. And I think that's all there is to it. So we're gonna put this back in the tank now. It's all back together. Okay, so of course it was easier to take off than put back on, so I ended up taking that union fitting off, undoing that, pulling that whole pipe off, putting the pump back in, and then tighten it back down. So now, moment of truth, we'll see if this thing starts up, and we'll see how tight that fitting is. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on, and we'll see what happens. So it doesn't look like we're leaking there, and we have water coming back in up there. So the return pump is working now, so that's good. And you can see that the water line is a lot higher now, so everything is looking back to normal. Let's take a look down here, make sure we're not leaking or dripping anywhere. That looks fine to me. And you can hear the water coming back down in the sump. And finally everything is back to normal. So I really like the SDC pump from Sicce for that reason, that it notifies you when something's wrong. If you need to do maintenance on your aquarium, it lets you know about it. And especially when something's blocked the rotation of the pump. I mean, this is extremely small and it still knew something was wrong and it let me know. I was able to get down there, take care of the issue, and everything is working just fine. The tank was without the return pump for about 6 hours, so it's not a big deal because the circulation pumps were moving and keeping things going in the tank, so everything was fine. But now it's working at 100%. So if you've enjoyed this video, then I know you're gonna love this one here. Go ahead and click or tap your screen to watch this one. Thank you so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one.